Hello everyone, my name's Clock Party. Today I just wanted to talk about my top 7 dream announcements for the April 10th event that's happening on Sunday. And for those that might be unaware, Square Enix announced an in-person only event to residents of Tokyo, and only about 150 random people are able to attend. We have no clue what would be announced at the event, although last week Nomura did tease a artwork that was in progress. There's lots of juicy details in that photo that was shared, but with the hype for announcements getting as big as it is, the closer that we get to the event, I just wanted to share my hopes of what I would personally like to see be announced. And if there's anything that you'd like to share your thoughts on, what you would like to see, or if you agree or disagree with any of my choices, feel free to let me know in the comments. Just make sure to be civil and nice, but let's get into it. Here are my top 7 choices for what I would personally like to see at the April 10th event. Number 7 would definitely be a KH1 remake. This is my least hype prediction, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't be excited to see it become a thing. I wouldn't mind a KH1 remake. It's just that I still feel that Kingdom Hearts 1 still holds up in terms of like art direction, story, and even voice acting. I think the voice acting is great in Kingdom Hearts 1. Although the clunky combat is something that I would like to see be a bit more refined and tuned, even to something a little bit more akin to Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't think it needs to go full on Kingdom Hearts 3. I wouldn't mind seeing it take on a more closer form to Kingdom Hearts 2, since Kingdom Hearts 2 is one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts games of all time, and I actually really love the combat in 2, even though sometimes after playing Kingdom Hearts 3 for a long time and then going back to 2, I realize a lot of the flaws, and I even sometimes think I'm doing I'll try to do an air dodge in Kingdom Hearts 2 where I'll try to air block and I get myself killed because I think I'm still playing Kingdom Hearts 3 style combat. But a KH1 remake would be cool. I would be excited to see it. Obviously anything Kingdom Hearts related I would love to see, but it's definitely on the lower part of my list. My number 6 pick for my dream announcement would be a Disney Plus series. I would absolutely love a Disney Plus series, and I'm thinking maybe it could even take place during the Union Cross, and maybe the final episode or maybe the entire final season could focus on just the Keyblade War. Getting to see it in a fully realized CGI scene would be amazing, and we all know Square Enix does amazing when it comes to CGI movies. Like, even if the stories aren't that great, they're at least fantastic to look at. They're really beautiful. Like, Kingsglaive was amazing. Obviously, people hate Spirits Within, but I love the Spirits Within movie. And then, of course, we have Advent Children, which is like top tier Final Fantasy movies to me. I love that movie. Anything Union Cross really gets me excited, since in my opinion, I think Union Cross and Chain of Memories are the strongest in terms of storytelling when it comes to all of the Kingdom Hearts games. I think they hold up quite well when it comes to specifically storytelling in general. With Chain of Memories is my favorite Kingdom Hearts game of all time. I actually love the card combat, but it definitely holds up a lot more because of the strong storytelling, in my opinion. Number 5 would be, and I think this would be really interesting to see, I would love to see if they could make an anime adaptation of the manga. I think it should be an adaptation of the manga if they're going to go Kingdom Hearts anime. I haven't really read the manga myself, but I have seen plenty of panels from friends showing it to me or seeing it on Twitter, and I find it really hilarious. Like, there's this one part where my friend always shows me, apparently Aerith likes to drink Pilk, which is like Dr. Pepper and milk put together. I don't know why that's in Kingdom Hearts, but I think that would be really funny to see in a Disney or in an anime manga, not the Disney Plus. I think the Disney Plus would be most likely canon and it could focus on Union Cross. But with the anime adaptation of the manga, I think what's great about it is they don't have to worry about it being canon to the video games. And with the manga, you can tell that they really have fun with the character interactions and how they talk with each other. So I would love to see that in an anime, and I think it would fit perfectly. And again, the greatest thing about it is that they won't have to worry about making it canon, because the mangas themselves aren't canon to the series. So it works out quite well, and I think if they did do that, that would be the best way to do it, instead of making an anime and it follow the games, or even making it canon. I just want something where they just have fun with it and they do crazy writing and, you know, put in some fun, silly things in there. But yeah, that would definitely be my number 5 choice. My number 4 dream for the April 10th announcement, and I want to preface that I used to not be a fan of this idea, but the more I think about it and have accepted Xion as one of my favorite characters in Kingdom Hearts, or just favorite characters of all time, really, I really would love to see it happen, because I can imagine seeing the ending of Days in the new Kingdom Hearts shader and the whole game being an Unreal Engine. I just think that it would be a fantastic way to bring in newcomers to the series too, because right now, unless you decide to emulate it or, you know, go out of your way to buy a DS, you can't really play it. The only way that we have access to it right now is, you know, on PS4, PC, and all that, but they're only cutscenes. So hopefully, if they do remake it, you know, we can get more refined combat. And honestly, seeing the ending cutscene of Days would probably make me cry all over again, seeing it in Unreal Engine, because there were definitely some Xion scenes in KH3 that made me cry. All right, my number 3 pick for the April 10th announcement. So right now, this is when we're reaching my top 3 like most hype things of all time that I would love to see at the April 10th event. And number 3 would definitely be a Verum Rex game. I don't know how Yozora would play, and I really don't care. I just want to play as Yozora. I need this Verum Rex game in my life. Ever since Yozora was introduced and I got to play against him in the secret episode of Kingdom Hearts 3, I was blown away by how well the fight was and how fun it was. Like, I took a lot of time and effort to learn the fight on my own, and a couple of times I did look up some things that I wasn't, like, I think the Gigas part I tried looking up, but I ended up just using Aerial or whatever. But I actually took the time to learn this boss, and I think it was the first one where I was like dead set focused on making sure I learned it, because I wanted to be able to defeat him without taking any damage, which I actually successfully did, and I have a video of that on my YouTube channel if you would like to check that out. But yes, I would absolutely love to see a Verum Rex game, and I was thinking maybe the final boss is like the fight with Sora in the secret episode of Kingdom Hearts 3, and I had this really cool idea. Like, imagine you're fighting Sora as Yozora, and the Verum Rex video game uses your save data from Kingdom Hearts 3 to determine which moves Sora would use against you in the final battle. There are other games that do that thing where they use save files from other games to give you something special in the current game. For example, in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, if you had Pokemon Sword and Shield or Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu save file, then you would get just a free legendary Pokemon just for having a save file of those games. So I think that could be a really cool way to introduce the Yozora Sora fight if we ever do get it in a Verum Rex game, or even if it's not the final battle and maybe Sora is just like a secret boss or something. Either way, I think that could be a really cool idea if they decided to go through with it. Okay, my number 2 hope for the April 10th announcement is a Union Cross remake. A Union Cross remake is for sure one of those things I feel like is really needed personally. I'm not a fan of mobile games. I just can never keep up with them, and as someone who uses their phone on a daily basis for social media, like texting my friends, keeping up with them, and even sometimes, you know, watching YouTube videos, having my phone battery drain even faster than that is a huge no-no to me. That being said, I absolutely love the story in Union Cross. Last year I actually watched Damo279's video on the entire story of Union Cross, and I was blown away. I think being able to play this on a console or a PC with Unreal Engine would be amazing, and seeing the Keyblade War or being able to participate in it in an MMO style game would also be amazing. And I can promise you I will be queuing up for the Keyblade War raid at least like 20 times a week. I would love a Keyblade War raid. So now we're at my number 1 pick for what I would like to see at the April 10th event. And I'm pretty sure this is a very popular opinion, and I think that it's personally well deserved. But my number 1 wish for the April 10th, hopefully it's an announcement of something. I would love a Kairi Aqua game. I personally feel like a Kairi game is long overdue, and with how the promotions for Melody of Memory made it seem like it was going to be a Kairi focused game, only to have her only playable section be unnecessary and the final boss was taken from her and given to Sora kind of rubs me the wrong way. You know, and I get the point that it was showing that you're able to rely on your friends and asking for help is okay. I totally get that, and I'm not against that. But I mean, come on, like, Kairi deserved to have that fight. She should have been the one to do it, and it's just kind of ridiculous that, you know, they made this really cool render of Kairi and it's only used one time. It kind of made me really sad because I really wanted to see Kairi be in the game. And if I recall correctly, Kairi, even though she voices all of the cutscenes in Melody of Memory, she's not even in the final credits of the game. What the heck is that? So yes, I think by now Kairi for sure needs her own game, whether it's like a side game similar to like Birth by Sleep, or if she's a playable character in Kingdom Hearts 4. I don't know, but I really would love to see a Kairi game. It seems like they're starting to take Kairi a bit more seriously with how the Remind DLC gave her really fun and satisfying combat, and hopefully we get to explore that more. If she does get her own game though, I really hope we get to see the return of outfits like in 0.2. But yes, overall, I would love to see a playable Kairi/Aqua game, and maybe even make it co-op, you know? Maybe Aqua, when she's training Kairi, she takes her to different worlds to help her train, and, you know, maybe you can have a friend be Aqua and then you could be Kairi. Something like that would be really cool, I think. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed my video. I just wanted to share my personal hopes for the April 10th event. Please let me know in the comments what you would like to see. And if you'd like to see more of me, I actually stream on Twitch over at twitch.tv/clockparty 5 days a week at 5:30 Central Standard Time. Feel free to stop on by if you'd like. I'd love to see you there, and everybody have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.